Hello, let's talk about reading books. Oh, I have to sit down. I have just finished filming my March haul video and I thought, I'm home alone today. Let's do a reading vlog. Except I have to film vlogs on my phone because my good camera is so bad at focusing. So all the videos that I make that are sit down, talk to the camera videos, my big camera's fine because I just manually set the focus and then I don't move. But when you move like this and walk around the house and do things with your life, oh, it's a long time since I've held a tripod. When you do that, it's shit. It's such a shit camera. What a waste of money. So I'm going to film this on my phone, but the sound quality on this phone is not good. So let's see how it goes, see how much I can clean it up, see how much is salvageable. Anyway, this is what it looks like when I film a video. I mean, sometimes I sit in my big chair, not today. That's a reminder of what to talk about. That's the pile of books. Oh, the sun isn't good, is it? I had so much trouble with this sun trying to film and sit in a place where I wasn't getting sunbeams on me. That's my dumbass camera with microphone. And that's my microphone shield, which is resting on a pile of books. And that's the box for the microphone shield that I put there to protect me from sunbeams, distracting sunbeams. And that's a picture of my husband when he was a tiny baby. Look at him. He has far more grey hair now, as do I. I'm going to pack up these books and let's talk about reading. Everything put away. Kindle and this book, Heaven on Earth, coming upstairs with me. Let's talk about what I'm currently reading because one of them is down here and will be down here on the shelf, right down. I'm currently listening to the Menopause Manifesto, Own Your Health with Facts and Feminism. That is because this month I turned 42 and I think menopause is imminently upon me, the average age to start menopause, or start the menopause transition, as Jen Gunter, sorry, that was the author of this book, Jen Gunter. She calls it the menopause transition. She reckons it starts on average from 45. So in theory, I have time, but in actuality, I'm shit scared. So I'm listening to this to maybe get prepared for the unexpected and the unpredictable. Let's take these books back upstairs. I am reading, can you see that? Heaven on Earth, Emma J. Wells. This is a history of Gothic style cathedrals across Europe. Gothic is a particularly medieval style of building cathedrals, and there's some fantastic examples, brilliant architecture, and of course after the medieval period, which ends roughly with Henry VIII, we move into different styles of building. And I'm having fun with it. It's hard going in that it requires concentration and sometimes I just want to nap instead, but I'm making progress. And then on my Kindle, which is going back in the bedroom, I am reading The Mountain in the Sea by, yes, me? The Mountain in the Sea by Ray Naylor, which is about a scientist studying octopodes who have developed a method of communication with symbols and a culture. And I don't know if I'm liking it. Anyway, that lives under my pillow. Don't know if I'm liking it, but I am reading it and we shall see. So everything I'm reading, audiobook, physical book, Kindle book, yeah, that's it. I'm kind of halfway through The Turn of the Screw by Henry James. I read The Turn of the Screw for uni, but it's a short story collection. It's going to lean here against the cat tree. I read the first story, The Turn of the Screw, but it's a short story collection and there's other ones in there too. So I really should just read that because it will be quick, and then it's like another book ticked off the list. And then the other books that I've got ongoing is going to be the Bible, which honestly I've not picked up for over a year. I should just DNF it. But also, I could just listen to it. I have the audio book read by David Suchet, and he gets right into it. It's really good actually, but it's not a story you can binge, let's put it that way. Anyway, so the point of the reading vlog is to just document what I'm reading in a day. I'm going to get changed because I only got dressed to film a video. Now I've got to put on painting clothes and go paint while I listen to my book. Oh, hello, me child. You say hello? What are you reading? No, she doesn't really read. We're in the shed. We're painting today. I have these boxes that I've made. Oh, well, Ash helped me, obviously. Oh, is that going to fall? Oh no, they're so heavy. This is just here to keep the paint away from the lid while it was drying. These boxes that I made, they've got holes in the ends. And these are going to be like coffee tables. Oh God, it's so heavy. Coffee tables for on either side of the couch, but the holes and the smooth wood surface inside is for my cat because she loves to lie on wood surfaces, and a little cozy Heidi box in the lounge room we thought she might use. You never can tell with cats. We thought she might use it, plus we needed coffee tables, plus it was just a really simple design that I saw online and thought I could do that for the same cost as having the less pretty one shipped from, I think it was Temple & Webster. I saw my inspo pic. So I've done a coat of paint and then I ran out. The paint that I'm using is far too expensive, but it's the color I want. It's Artisan Paint, mineral paint in the shade Regatta. Comes from a little, middle-aged white lady craft store here in town, and I've done one coat except on the back where I ran out of paint. So this morning's task is to do another coat on all of them. I got more paint, and then hopefully the backs don't need a second coat. I mean, they will need a second coat, whether I can be bothered or not. And then I'll put on some lacquer. I got in the same brand, matte poly varnish. I know that I could use real, just varnish from the hardware store, but that one I thought might go better because it will dry hard because it's a poly, and if it's going to be a coffee table surface, we don't use coasters or anything like that. We're not civilized. So anyway, that's the plan. The reading part of this reading vlog is that I will be listening to the Menopause Manifesto while I get this done. Let's go. Let's paint. I framed that so that you can't see my jowls shaking as I shake the paint. Still listening to the Menopause Manifesto, and so far the only thing that I have learned is that you are in the menopause when you have had your last menstrual period, which I already have because I had a hysterectomy a couple of years ago. So by that marker, I am in the menopause, but by all the hormonal changes, absolutely no. Can you see this cat trying to climbing up there, Baba? Whoa! Well, I guess she's up. So that is what I've learned. There's still nothing really to reassure me that it's all going to be okay, because the symptoms I'm worried about are the physical ones and the brain ones, and that is because I've had dramas with my reproductive system from the get-go. But I'll keep listening. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? Now eat the peg. Sure. Don't eat the peg. No. Tell us, are you living your best life? Yeah? Mwah. So I've just been to the supermarket while listening to this book. This is the most audio book that I've listened to all in one day for a really long time, which is why I thought it would be a good day actually to do a reading vlog. But just two really interesting points that came up. Make sure the cat's not escaping. The first one was that grandmothers, women who have gone through menopause and are still living near the family unit, are an evolutionary advantage, which is awesome because they're not consuming resources, growing babies or raising children, but they can contribute to the raising of the children and contribute things like calories. They can, pulling on my keys about here, contribute calories by foraging food traditionally and cooking food, and do those things while mothers are gestating or looking after young children. And grandmothers in particular have children old enough that grandmothers can leave the children and look after the small ones. So that's, I'm out of breath. That's an evolutionary advantage, showing that family groups who have grandmothers who live close by have, per decade of the grandmother's menopausal life, 1 extra or 2 extra grandchildren, which is huge in evolutionary terms. The second cool thing is that sharks go through a similar thing. They have grandmothers. They don't have menstrual cycles, and so it's not technically menopause, but they have the same thing where the reproductive cycle has ended, but the female sharks, toothed sharks in particular, the female sharks don't die, and so they can look after the little ones and find them food. So cool. I don't know where I put my tripod, and oh, we're getting glare from my blue light glasses and will be wobbly. If I hold the phone on this side, that's where the microphone is, and if I hold it this side, that's where the camera is. I need to find my tripod. I have spent, what time is it? 2 hours walking to well, since I've seen you, I have made lunch, eaten lunch, watched some videos, and edited the video I filmed this morning. It's currently rendering, and I'm excited to see how fast it uploads because we just got fiber to the premises this week, and this will be the first time I've tried to upload something on a sexy new internet speeds. So I'm actually hoping it will upload faster than it renders. That would actually be cool. That's where we're at. I think I might spend some time looking for another book to listen to, because while I'm super interested in this menopause business, it's not a book that you can just binge. I mean, it is a book you can just binge. I just don't want to. I want something else. So while this is rendering, I think I might have a poke about Libro FM and see if there's anything else to get and listen to this weekend. Actually, what I should do is work out, and by the time I've done a workout, it will be time to go and put the first layer of lacquer on the boxes, which need to be done because I've been working on them since I was on holidays in February. Stop waffling, start doing. What's up? What would you like? It's dark in here. I've shut it all up and put the air conditioner on. I decided there's no point changing my top because I'm just going to have dinner, and then dinner will get down my front, and then I'll have to throw this in the wash anyway. It may as well be this dirty painting top and not my PJs. This is where I read my physical books. Oh, I'm so tired now. This is where I read my physical book. The video I filmed this morning was the whole of this. So, and I talked about how the cover got me, really. But so far it's okay. It's 16 different cathedrals. Each chapter is a different cathedral. It starts with the Hagia Sophia, which I'm not familiar with. I haven't been to any of these, but the Hagia Sophia is one of the main backdrops of a Guy Gabriel Kay duology, Sarantine mosaic it's called. What are the actual names of them? I can't recall, but the story of that is a mosaicist who comes from Spain to Constantinople to do the artwork, to do a mosaic in the Hagia Sophia that the analog Justinian is building. Guy Gabriel Kay is always alternate our world. Anyway, so that's, I felt like I was familiar with Hagia Sophia from that anyway. And then we've gone to one in Spain, St. James, or Santiago de Compostela, which is a famous pilgrimage path that people still do today. The images of cathedrals that I'm familiar with, there are pictures in the book. There's like some colour photo insert pages. But definitely we need to get a tour together and go and see these places in person, because it just seems like the ultimate travel itinerary. Anyway, is it interesting? Yes and no. It's the story of who decided to build the Gothic cathedral. They're all Gothic style cathedrals. Who decided to build it, stuff about the master mason, if it's known, the political background and the political implications of building these cathedrals, unique points about it. So it's all very interesting, but it's all very abstract because I've never seen one in person. The only cathedral I've been in, actually I've been in two, in Armidale in New South Wales, and they were amazing. The Anglican one was tiny and it was amazing. So these guys, medieval ones, would be amazing, but that's a problem for when I win the lotto. Alright, I'm halfway through this chapter, but I gotta go start my dinner because I'm hungry. This is dinner. This is all leftover from yesterday. Chicken that I just reheated. Chips I made fresh with, they got some like seasoning on them. Chicken is Moroccan flavour, I think. And then my treat to myself, some raspberry lemonade kombucha, and YouTube, where I got to pick the channel and I don't have to suffer anyone's glares because nobody else is home. This is one of my favourite spots to vlog because the light's just so good here in the kitchen. Even if the background of the kitchen is not a vibe, the light is good. This is the part where I listened, well, normally I would watch YouTube while I'm doing the dishes, but I'm actually all caught up on YouTube for the first time in months. So I'm going to listen to my audiobook some more while I do the dishes. You can sure just turn the camera around and you can see the view that I can see while I do the dishes. Not that there's anything to see out there, but it might be vibes. I will film it anyway. There is a light directly above me. So that's why the light's doing what it's doing. I don't know if you can tell actually, I've cleaned my face and now I'm in my glazed donut era. And I am going to read more of this, which is actually this time of night after I've cooked dinner and after I've done the dishes. This is what I will sit and do. And I'll get maybe half an hour before my teenage daughter will deign to speak to me. And then she'll want to speak to me until bedtime. So this is always my precious physical book reading time at, it's early tonight, 7:09. Just for the purposes of an accurate video weblog, it is currently 7:39, so it is 32 minutes since I was here 2 seconds ago for you, and in that time I've watched 32 minutes of YouTube shorts and none minutes of reading my book. So I am going to go read my book now. I am. Hello from my bed where I am tired and it is bedtime. I just did some maths on the reading I did today and I ended up with 78 minutes of listening, which is about 10% of my book. And honestly, it felt like more. That's just over an hour. So the painting that I've been putting off for such a long time didn't take as long as I thought it would, obviously. And I read about 20 pages of my book. That was a chapter. And now I am going to read under my pillow where I put it this morning, my Kindle book for, I'm going to say, no more than 20 minutes before I'm fast asleep. But I'm on 68% of that, or 69, so close to the end. So maybe something exciting will happen tonight. Who can say? It's not a book that I'm enjoying, but it's not enough to DNF it. I very rarely DNF books. If it's tolerable, I'm going to push through to the bitter end so that I don't get FOMO about what everyone's talking about. I hope this was enjoyable, interesting. I hope it comes together in a cohesive manner. I hope the sound is not shit, because honestly I would love to do more vlogs, but I can only do it on the phone, and if it needs to have an external microphone, it becomes a whole production. Either way, I will see you again in another video. Bye.